Okay, we're back. If you see my eyes wander a little bit, it's just because I'm checking, making sure that, you can see me in the video. So, I had to color the keys, and I did color the keys. All right, now in other diagrams, we have that color pattern. And I in yesterday's lesson, I covered that too, right? With the sticky notes and everything. These colors have different themes. So up here, we have the Ionian root 3/5 all in yellow. The whole thing in yellow. Well, guess what? Yellow is the color of C on my guitar. And light purple is the color of D. Okay? So this is only the Ionian, the 2/4/6 and the R3/5, except it actually includes these blue 7s, because if you add a 7 to the Dorian, okay, let's do the modes. That's Ionian, that's Dorian. Actually, it's the whole scale, but I call it Dorian even if I'm doing an arpeggio. That's Phrygian, that kind of thing. Well, the Dorian here, if you add the 7 to that, it becomes a 7 half diminished 7th. Okay? And in like jazz or whatever, the first thing I learned, my brother gave me this book, or I got it from the library actually when I was a child, taught me how to do this. Okay, so the 7th is like that. If you add the 7th to a D minor, you're getting a B half diminished 7th. But B is the 7th, so it's a little tricky. That 7th is the 6th of C, which is the 5th of D minor. So you can see why I don't use relative numbers. All of my numbers are relative to, are directly taken from the original key of C, for instance. So the B would be the 7, and its 7th would be the 6th of C. Okay, so it gets a little confusing. That's why, whenever you hear me say relative, it would mean, say we're in the key of C here. Say we're in the key of C, and we go to D minor, right? We go to like a D minor thing. All right, if we look at this D here, all right, that's the 2nd. That's going to be note number 2. But if we want to call it, we can call it the relative root, the relative Dorian root. So it's, 5 root 3, 2nd inversion. But I'm not going to do that often. If we do, it'll make more sense than it's making now. So if you add the 7th to that D minor there, right? And you get a longer chord, and you get this. It almost sounds like a G7, doesn't it? If I sub the G for that F, it would be like almost like a D7 there. And that's just a standard substitution for a when you want to do a good old-fashioned open G7. You just hit the F. So we have the 7 half diminished included in this fretboard. Let's get back to it. So this is a 6th fretboard diagram. Okay? Don't worry about this one's longer. I just put that in for the fun of it. Because when I did the 2-mode fretboards, I made it longer. So when I put this together, and it's important, this is part of learning guitar from me in this way, is that you understand that one of the most important things I could do for this was to line these up. line these fretboards up so it's 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and all these boxes are the same. So this C-shaped root here, okay, it's a bad example because we're way on the end here, but there's enough repeat. So I've got the C-shaped root up here. See, when I zoom in, it follows the cursor. That's nice. But I've really got it over here too, you know. So just looking maybe one down, this C, R, E, and G, C-shaped root, E-shaped fourth, and G-shaped fifth, it applies to everything in that whole column. So it's all lined up. So these guys here, this cross, that cross, the other cross, they identify the majors. All of the majors, they're all majors, and all of these little minor lowercase numbers with lowercase Roman numerals are the minors. And I can show you an easy way now, and I only learned this. I only learned this last night. I put it together. I said, "Wow, it's really easy." And that is, we were on this guy, weren't we? Let's do it here. We were going to play this, and this is, I guess, is a second inversion, first inversion. It's first inversion. I should know that, right? That a first inversion A minor starts on C. Now root 3, 6. Like I say, if you're in another key, completely another key, that key, you know, it would still be root 3, 6 of that key. It would still be E-shaped sixth minor of that key. All right, but we're working in the key of C now. So root is C. Sixth of C is A. Okay? But it's A minor. We want to stay on the white notes. That's another good thing about it. So there's two good things about the key of C that make it an easy key to learn music theory. One is that the key of C is all the white notes on a piano. So the steps and the half steps, the whole steps and the half steps are already there for you. They're already figured out. You don't have to count them out. You just go note to note to note. You know, instead of having to do it maybe in another key, like A flat. And another good thing about the key of C is that the open note zone, which is about from E to G here, is designed for the key of C. You can do a diatonic scale in the key of C from these notes. And you could start it from the E. There's nothing wrong with starting it from the E. It'll sound like it's E. It starts from the E and goes all the way up to the high G. It goes 2 octaves up to the high G. It goes, so if I play this whole thing, that would be okay. You can't do that in any other key. You can't do it in F. All right, let's try to do it in F. All right. Now I'm going to take the capo off so I don't trip up. If we try to do it in F, okay, so we've got the B flat we've got to worry about. All right. We're going to have an E-shaped F here, and let's see what we got here. We got root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root. Let's try that one more time. Oh, we can do it in F except for one thing. We can't do it open. You can't do it open. That's what I'm talking about. We had to raise it up. You cannot do it in E. Okay, let's look at that.